I will show you 3 simple ways to never let your voice break again, even when singing high. Hey! No break. My voice used to break all the time. Painful. But here's the cool thing. With training, you can choose when and if you want your voice to break. Do you want it to break low? Or high? Or not at all? Your voice does not have to break when you get to a high pitch. Anyone can learn to do this. You can even decide to let it break the other way around. Instead of go hey. In other words, you can become the master of your voice break, and this video will help you do that. The first thing you need to know is when a voice breaks. For this, I'll give you a tiny intro to my ABC voice model. It categorizes the voice into 4 different modes. Mode A, hey. Mode B, hey. Mode C, hey. And falsetto, hey. Mode A, B, and C are variations of what you might know as chest voice. Falsetto is more or less the same as head voice. Every mode has its own rules to make it easier to sing. You can find a free ABC voice model masterclass where I explain the whole model in depth on my website, link in description. A voice break happens when your voice abruptly transitions from mode A, B, or C to falsetto. Hey! Or the other way around. Hey! So, if you paid attention, you will have already figured out the answer to how not to let your voice break. Did you? There are 3 simple options. A warning, they're simple, they're not easy. Some singers will get it immediately, but know that it takes most singers quite some time to master. The first option, never go to falsetto. We'll just try a couple of things. We'll start in mode C and try to keep singing in mode C past our natural voice break pitch. This is a pitch at which your voice would like to transition to falsetto, or head voice, if you let it. Hey! Our goal will be to not let that happen. Hey! Let's start with the perfect mode C by shouting, hey! Do it with me. Hey! Now add some more emotion, some frustration. Hey! But keep it powerful. Not hey, but hey! By adding emotion, your voice will naturally go to a higher pitch. Now sing with me. The lowest notes might be too low for some singers, the highest might be too high. You don't have to sing along with all my notes. The goal is to try to keep singing in mode C a bit past your break pitch. To do this, we need quite some volume, a lot of breath support, and a wide open mouth. So stand up and sing with me. Did you go past your break pitch? Awesome. If not, let's try again. If your voice breaks to falsetto, you probably did not use enough breath support. To do so, lean back and imagine singing backwards, inwards, or singing to the back of your head. You can also put your fist out in front of you and slowly pull it back. This can all help to turn on your breath support. Turning on breath support limits airflow. For this loud mode C sound, we need just a tiny bit of airflow, less than for falsetto. So if your voice breaks to falsetto, you are probably trying to sing with too much airflow and you need more breath support. So what also helps is to breathe in just a little instead of gasping before you start, because air that you take in will also want to come out. Let's do it again. Hey. I hope it worked, but again, this is not easy. Another way to do this is to pick a comfortable pitch to sing below your break pitch and then slide upwards without too much thought. When you slide up, you're only allowed to change 2 things. You can open your mouth a bit more and you can use more breath support by leaning back more. So here's an example. Hey! Or a bit lower. Hey! Or a bit higher. Hey! See what works for you. Don't think about it too much, just try a couple. Hey! 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 Raising your shoulders like it's not a big deal can actually help. Hey! Try it. A third thing we can try is to start high. Imagine you see somebody on the street. You haven't seen that person in a long time, you're a bit surprised and very happy to see them. So you go, hey! Hey! Try it. Hey! Don't go, hey! That's falsetto. We need a bit more power. So, hey! You can also imagine an upset toddler saying, hey! For a similar sound. Try it. Hey! From there, slide downwards and then upwards again. Hey! Hey! Notice my voice did not break. This is because I stayed in mode C. If your voice did break, hey! Then you probably started in falsetto. Try it a couple times. Don't think about singing, just make the sound. So that was option 1, never go to falsetto, and now we're going to option 2, never leave falsetto. Falsetto is easiest to sing and also most useful above your natural voice break pitch. Below your break pitch, it quickly loses power. But in some vocal phrases, it will make sense to decide to just stay in falsetto, also below your break pitch. The decision is based on the sound you're looking for and on your vocal ability. Let's try. We all know this sound. Oh, yoo-hoo! Do it with me. Oh, yoo-hoo! And now just sustain it to make it more like singing. Oh, yoo-hoo! Or a bit lower. Yoo-hoo! Or a bit higher. Yoo-hoo! That's all falsetto. Now for the next exercises, don't try to match my pitch, just the sound. Start on a pitch that's high, but also comfortable for you. Sing a scale downwards and try to stay in falsetto. It helps to keep starting your notes with an H sound and to keep them airy. Let's just try a couple. Sing with me. Start at a pitch you like, as long as it's high in your vocal range. Yoo-hoo! If you did it correctly, your voice did not break. And before your actual lowest note, your voice will just fade away. If it does not, and you can actually get to your lowest note, you're not singing in falsetto anymore and you transitioned. Here's me breaking or transitioning. Yoo-hoo! And here's me not breaking and staying in falsetto. Yoo-hoo! Also try it on he. I hope you managed, but if you did not, no, this is not easy. If you do it correctly, you'll notice that the falsetto below your break pitch sounds and feels quite unstable and weak. Here's something else to try. Sing a powerful mode C, hey, close to your break pitch, and then sing a weak and airy he. From there, sing a few notes downwards. So, hey, he. Repeat and start a bit lower. I'll start high and go lower. Join me when the pitch works for you. Hey! He! He! 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 Hey! He! The next level is to try and sing up and down through your break pitch while staying in falsetto. Start with the exercise that worked best for you, the yoo-hoo or the hey, he, and then continue like this. Hey, he. The idea is simple, but to actually do it is quite hard. So don't feel bad if you don't get it straight away, just keep practicing. Now for our third option, the gradual transition. If you decide you want to transition from or to falsetto, you have two choices. The first is to let your voice break audibly, hey, and the second option is to transition so smoothly the transition is barely audible. Hey. I will now help you with the second one. So what happens when we hear a vocal break? Our voice abruptly transitions from thicker to very thin vocal cord contact. So, hey, hey, or the other way around. Hey, hey. In falsetto, we can only sing with very thin vocal cord contact. In mode A, B, and C, we can sing with thicker vocal cord contact, but we can also choose to make it thinner. We cannot feel how thick our vocal cords are, at least I can't, but the easiest way to decrease this thickness is by simply lowering our volume. So, around our break pitch, where we will probably choose the transition, we can only sing falsetto at a volume of 4 out of 10. So if we want a smooth transition from another mode to falsetto, we'll need to match the volumes before and after the transition as much as we can. we also need to match the sound. The more similar the volume and the sound we sing in right before and after the transition, the less audible the vocal break will be. Here's a fun game we can play to practice this. Sing a hey in mode C around your break pitch on a volume of about 8 out of 10. Now sing a he in falsetto at the same pitch at volume 3. Now we're going to connect them on one long note. The end goal is to connect them without hearing an audible vocal break. Like this. Hey! And back. Hey! The first time you'll maybe sound something like this. Hey! Our goal will be to make the break less and less audible until it disappears altogether. A disclaimer, also this is not easy. We can't feel the thickness of our vocal cords, but try to imagine this. We want this to happen. Hey! If our voice breaks, this is what actually happens. Hey! Now you try and maybe use your hands because the visual image and the movement of your hands can actually help. Hey! Let's try it the other way around. Now try it on different pitches to make it easier or harder for yourself. When we're singing, we usually encounter a break pitch when we're singing upwards or downwards. So let's sing a scale going upwards, connect the notes, and at some point your voice will want to transition to falsetto. Let it happen, but try to minimize the audible vocal break. Let's go. How did it go? We can do the same thing going downwards. In the beginning, it will probably sound like this. It's hard. The more you practice, the smoother the transition will become, until it's barely audible. Just try it a couple times, start just below your break pitch, go beyond it, come back down, and repeat. Experiment with different volumes at different speeds on different vowels, and try to make the sound before and after you transition to falsetto as similar as possible. You can also try gliding up and down, like this. Hey! If you'd like more help with this, my free ABC Voice Model Masterclass will go into more depth. Link in description. If you often run into problems with your vocal break, watch this video next.